fun show, and some crazy bastards from Grand Rapids, Michigan, which I can certainly attest to. I don't know if these guys are old enough. By the way, Pop Evil in the studio for a little bit, and they're opening up tonight. Are
you guys playing the show tonight, or what's happening with that?
No, we did last night. We're going to be in Estro next.
Okay, Estro next. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Coverdale, what? He blew out his vocals. Is that the deal?
He did. He had a little laryngitis. That's what we heard. So he walked off.
You're getting too old to hit those notes.
Yeah, he walked off in Colorado. It was
walked off.
What do you mean he walked off?
Just said out of here.
They did like 3 songs. Took off.
Peace.
Now, is it like when
he's always had problems with his voice? Years.
No, do they get paid for that? I mean, I hate to ask a stupid question, but like when you're White Snake, is it guaranteed? You know, they just got to be there, or what?
I think they're guaranteed. I don't
know. Yeah, Chris is saying no.
Chris saying no.
Okay, he would know. Tour manager would know.
Give the mic to Chris. So, Chris, if they go out, no pay.
No pay. You're nothing.
I think they still get catering, though, and that's almost as good.
That's almost as good. They got their rider, which is like 400 white towels and 85 cases of Miller Lite and 5 cartons of Winston's and whatever. I mean,
and actual white snakes in the dressing room.
Now, what's your guys' rider like?
Yeah.
It's very complex.
Beer.
Capolini ain't gonna let you guys have Capolini is my boy.
Capolini wrote the rider, so we'll have to.
It's probably more pro him than you guys.
He's like
hot Asian bitches and things like that.
Those 8 balls on the rider, just send them right to my house.
That was back in the day.
Put them in the dressing room.
Just send them right to Jersey.
I think Capolini actually cleaned his act up. I don't think he's doing 8 balls anymore. I think he's on. I think he's on the methamphetamine. Actually,
he's moving up.
So now you guys are from Grand Rapids, right?
Right.
I was in Grand Rapids in 1988 at GRD for exactly 90 days when we were going against KLQ.
Now, what did you get fired from GRD for?
For saying that Danny Douglas was a fag, and they just could not. Grand Rapids could not deal with that. I was like, got on the air. They
weren't pleased with it.
98 WGRD and Danny Douglas at KLQ is a fag. That's what I said.
What's wrong with that?
Hey, KLQ's gone now, man.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Actually, I got to get you guys in. Yeah. I know that 98 GRD has been good to you guys.
Right, we love them.
But Kevin Matthews at is it LAV? The morning guy at LAV, Kevin Matthews.
You know what? I don't know. I only listen to GRD because they've been so awesome to us.
I got to get you in on
We're never up in the morning.
Yeah,
you guys aren't ever up in the morning.
We're not. Yeah,
it's kind of odd for you guys to be up. Now, I grew up. I stayed at 44th and Kentwood or something like that out there.
Oh, you did? Yeah, right there. Kent Hood, you mean?
Is that what it is now?
Kent Hood. Yeah.
I had this little apartment out there that was near this oil change place.
How gangster is that now?
It's straight up gangster.
Yeah.
It's really white, man. I don't think there's anything gangster in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Man, I mean all the.
You can find a couple things nowadays. Yeah, Gunroo they call it. That's what they call it now.
That's where the Amway guy is from, right?
Yes, Amway is all from there.
Brent, the guy who invented Amway is from Grand Rapids.
Man, how much money does that guy have?
He's got a couple dollars.
Yeah. Gerald Ford is from Grand Rapids.
Yes, he is. That was a melee when Ford passed away. All the
they have the
museums there.
I stayed by there's like a Marriott or a Hyatt or right by that museum. That's where my first night in Grand Rapids was.
It was any girlies in that.
I met this bitch from the Michigan Athletic Club named Rebecca Hamlink that I've since got a stalking charge.
You met her there?
Well, she did spend some time at the hotel with me. Yes, she worked at the Michigan. Guys, they still got the Michigan Athletic Club.
I've never been, but I think we do.
Well, some rocker like yourself.
Chris would know. We don't know. Right. It's just rockers. We just,
Do you guys remember out there, I forget what club it was. It was a movie theater that they turned into a club back in the 80s, and it's where I brought
No, they were 2.
I brought on New Kids on the Block at this movie. It was a teen club / nightclub / old movie theater in this, like, mall plaza. And it probably would have been, like, east of town, not too far from Kentwood. North of Kentwood.
Orbit Room?
Maybe that was it. I don't know.
That's not Dirty Dollar, is it?
Dirty Dollar.
Dirty D, that's in Lansing. Yeah. It's long been extinct.
But I was at 98 GRD and New Kids on the Block had not come out with their Please Don't Go Girl hit yet. They're
still on the rise.
Nobody knew who they were.
They were the New Kids.
And we did this in-store at this one music place, and 13 people showed up, and we were just sitting there hanging out. And then, like, 4 weeks later, they were like the hottest thing in the world, and I think like 45 or 50 kids showed up at this club. And then,
That's weird.
How much money do those guys make, huh?
They got that reunion tour, right, going on?
Yeah.
Which actually they did okay on that.
Yeah,
thing.
they did.
Yeah, they still pack them in decent.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about it.
To go.
So, like, we know the kind of people, the girls that grew up watching, New Kids and stuff like that. They're all like, 35-year-old fat housewives now.
And now, I mean, it's a guilty pleasure.
There's some sexy cougars still, I'm sure, a few of them.
I was getting ready to say, like, what kind of girls show up to, I can only imagine what kind of shows up to the Pop Evil concerts.
Well, on the priest tour, it's a lot of dudes, but you know what I mean? Normally our show.
I mean, what kind of bitches is this guy bringing? He's got like all kinds of eye makeup on and tattoos. I don't know where to
get some girls. Matt brings some girlies, I'll tell you.
I got one back at the hotel that we stayed at last night. She's still sleeping.
You don't got a hair on your ass. I know that you have her cell phone, and we let her call her up live on the air right now and talk to her about how
she's still sleeping. Probably we could try.
Well, I mean,
we could try.
Well, and
I got pictures.
John, you do?
Yeah.
Well, share them. Let's see them. Come on there.
Yeah.
Let's go. Now, this is a girl.
She's a Miami Dolphin cheerleader.
This was just some chick?
Yeah.
Really?
She was. I don't know if she still is.
Whoa.
No, you're Lee, right? You're Lee.
Yeah, right.
You're Lee. Now, which one's Dave?
Dave, we tried getting him up, man, but he's hammered at the back of the hotel.
So now which one are you? Are you?
I'm Matt.
You're Matt, and you're
Tony.
Tony. Okay, so we got Tony, Matt, Lee.
Right.
So now, Matt, so you found this Miami Dolphins cheerleader.
And the coolest thing
actually, she found me.
He doesn't even know what football is. He hates football.
Oh, my
so
God.
That's great, yeah.
You really did. I mean, she is amazing.
Well, Spice, don't hog up the pictures.
Her, I mean, look at this.
Well, this could be his full-time girlfriend.
She found him, though.
This is probably his full-time girlfriend, though.
Is it your full-time girl?
No, not at all.
Don't even lie.
I'm backing him up on that.
Not at all.
Wow.
So is this just really just a side piece that just comes on the road with you occasionally?
Well, I would.
Whenever I'm in Florida,
yeah.
So this is your Florida piece.
Wow.
Right.
Kind of Pamela Anderson meets
if you flip
Mariah Carey.
If you flip it open, there's another picture of her on the inside.
I mean, is there any pictures that we could like really look at? I mean, like some good ones, like some.
I love it because I love a guy who's like confident. Email. He's like, hey, just open my phone and check out all of her pictures.
Yeah, that's right.
Do that to anyway, even the
nothing
girls.
To hide, man.
Now, Lee, how about you and your ass parameters on the road? Like, I mean, how are you doing?
Man, you know,
you're like, are you half breed? What's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm a total half breed.
Like white, black, white Mexican. What are you?
From India with the dot. You know.
No way. Where's your dot at?
Let's go to Abu's 7-Eleven.
Really?
Would you like us, Gucci?
You're like a real thick Indian dude, though. I mean, you'd be like a bodybuilder almost kind of guy. Those guys are small usually.
I don't. Well, I guess we lift because you got to try to stay trim, but
right.
No, just your normal Michigan guy that just.
How did you get to Grand Rapids of all places?
Parents did. My parents were. My mom's from Canada.
Right.
And she kind of
did her thing and. Taliban.
My dad's typical cliche Indian doctor, or he either owned a donut factory, a 7-Eleven.
Is he a doctor?
But he went the doctor route, thank God, for us.
So that means you always got a prescription pad on deck at all times.
Yeah, always got.
So you guys are on to the Oxycontins and all that kind of cool stuff, right?
If you need it.
Now,
those Indian doctors, those are the kind of doctors you go to when you got a kick in your neck.
And they're rich. Indian doctors do well.
If you go to like our tour bus too, it is exactly that. It's
Oxy 80s, the green ones,
all the medical cabinets, everything. Yeah. I don't think we've ever been. And whenever we're sick, it's just pop a pill.
Now, Tony, how about you?
You always fix it up, man.
Tony, tell us about you, Tony. You're back there not really getting to say a word in edgewise.
It's early.
My
head. My head hurts.
What's your deal? What instrument do you play, Tony?
I play guitar.
Your guitar, okay.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids as well?
Yep. Yeah, well, I was from Whitehall, which is a little outside Grand Rapids, but we're all based.
Now, is there any big band ever, besides, I think, the DeBarges came out of Grand Rapids?
They did.
El DeBarge, which I don't know if that's very...
Chico and them, El.
Yeah.
God, tell me in 10 years Pop Evil will be known as the band that comes out of there, not El DeBarge.
I hope in 10 years...
I hope you're right.
Hey,
I got to tell you this, though. The DeBarges probably sold some records back in the day now, didn't they?
Yeah, he just sold... Last time I heard, he sold his publishing for $10 million. I mean, I'll take that.
The DeBarges?
Yeah. That's a big
How
catalog.
pathetic is this industry if DeBarge is making $10 million for stuff that I've never even heard of?
That means we got a chance, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You guys got more than a chance if DeBarge is making that.
Now, do you guys own your publishing?
Yeah, we own it all.
See, that's key.
And they got Capolini as a trump card.
That means
they're getting about 3 points on the dollar. Capolini's making 97 points on the backside. Right. I know Capolini. He never cuts a bad deal, Brent. I'll tell you that right now. Big screen TVs, 8 balls of cocaine, bitches, whores. It's all Capolini.
And Bubba, he's a great cook.
I never really worried about his cooking too much. I was worried more about the gentlemen's clubs that he was paying for me to go to.
By cooking, do you mean freebasing or just actually cooking?
Freebasing.
Cooking up some meth, yeah.
You missed it. We had him out on the start of this priest tour. He tried kicking us out of our bunks. We just stuck him in the back of the tour bus, and we kind of laid this like home